Hey guys, Greg McCoy here at Hidden Gym. I'm the owner here along with my wife here at Hidden Gym. I've been a personal trainer and contest prep coach now for just over 12 years, and today we are going to talk about getting you into the world of physique sports or bodybuilding. When you start to think about competing, first things first, it's a competition that's judged only on the way that you look. So you don't have to perform anything. It's simply judged on your appearance. So unlike most sports, once you get there, the work is done. It's just about how you look. Competitions are generally broken up into what we call divisions. These divisions are for males and for females. They have really different levels of muscularity. So for men, you've got the bodybuilding division, which is the most muscular division. You've got what's now called the classic physique division, which is we'll get into the details of that, but it's a less muscular version of bodybuilding. And then you've got the men's physique division. On the female side, there's a little more to choose from. You've got the bikini division, the fitness division, the figure division, the new wellness division, women's physique, and women's bodybuilding. So how do you know what division that you fit in? One of the best things that you can do is to get online and just start looking at what competitors are successful in each division and which one do you feel like you fit with the most. So where are you similar? You can also talk to a coach. That's one thing that I advise my clients on all the time is what division will they fit in both now and also long term. Because there might be a division that you're appropriate for now, but you may have long-term success in a different division. So that's how you kind of start to shop the divisions. All right, and then it breaks down even further from there so that you know they aim to have the best level of competitions against each other. So within the divisions, you've got breakdowns of classes. And this is where you have what we call the open class, which is usually the most competitive. That's where if you've won in one of the smaller divisions, you end up in the open class. The open class is where the biggest awards and biggest titles come from. Then you've got what's called a novice class, which is for people that are early in their competing journey. And then as of lately, they've released a new division that's called true novice, which means you've literally never competed before. And you're not limited to which ones you do. Really, the only limiting one is true novice, because you literally just, if you've competed before, you don't qualify for that anymore. Then you can do true novice, you can do novice, and you could even jump into the open right from your first show. You definitely want to make sure that your physique's appropriate and competitive if you're going to jump right into that open division, but you've got options and you can spend more time on stage if you choose to. All right, let's keep breaking this down. So you've got divisions, now we're into classes. We've got classes that are divided by experience level. There are also classes divided by age group. That's generally your teenage class, which is 19 and below, or then there's different levels of master's classes as starting at 35 years old and working its way up so that you've got competitors that can compete against each other in their own age brackets. And we're not finished. So now you've got experience level, you've got age group, and now let's talk about weight and height classes. So in men's bodybuilding, it's pretty much the only one that's only weight limit. It doesn't matter how tall you are, it only matters how much you weigh. That depends on which class that you're in. The classic physique division is the only one that's a combination of weight and height. So for a certain height, you're only allowed to weigh up to a certain amount. And they did this so that the physiques would stay a little more streamlined, because if you've got someone that's 6 foot that weighs 220 and someone that's 5'2" and weighs 220, it's a very different body type. So those classic physique divisions were meant to give the physiques a more streamlined look and take away from some of the blockiness that was happening in the open bodybuilding division. The men's physique class and then all of the female classes are done by height classes. So it doesn't matter what you weigh, they don't even take your weight. You're gonna do a height check and that will determine which class that you're in. So once you start to really hone in on where you think you're gonna fit, you're gonna have to start doing some research. I suggest online research, talking to other competitors. You can attend workshops that are held around the country, or just talking to a coach that can take you from A to B and really guide you through this whole process. Because once you hone in on a division and a class, there's still quite a bit to learn. Each class has different what we call mandatory poses, which are the poses that they're going to use to compare you to your competitors. Each class has different requirements on what you're allowed to wear and what you're not allowed to wear. And you need to know all these things, because the worst thing that can happen is that you train really hard, you invest in coaching, you invest in traveling to the show, and you get disqualified because you didn't pay attention to what suit you were supposed to wear. So you need to know these things, and it's really a proper due diligence to make sure that you're prepared for the class that you've chosen to compete in. All right, so now you've honed in on a division, you've honed in on a class, you've either done your research or hired a coach to help you make sure that you're appropriate for the class that you want to enter. Let's talk a little bit about what happens on contest day. And I definitely recommend attending a contest before you compete. If you've never been to one, you're going to learn a lot just by watching. But the way that the contests generally work is you've got two events. You've got a pre-judging event and a finals event. Now, pre-judging, just like it sounds, is where the bulk, not all, but the bulk of the judging is done. They're gonna bring you out individually, they're gonna line you up against your competitors, they're gonna do what are called comparisons, so they're gonna compare you to the people in your class, and then they start to do what are called call-outs, which is where they pick different competitors that they wanna see next to each other so they can start to decide who they think is gonna win, get second, third, fourth, and so on. So that all happens in the morning. You can kind of have an idea based on who you're up against about how you're doing in the class, but you're not going to find out until finals. Generally, there's some contests have a short break, some contests it's not until the next day, but there's going to be a finals. This is where, if you're in a division that has opposing routine, you would do opposing routine. There often is live judging done at finals, meaning if they want to see how different people stack up or get one more look, they'll re-judge some of the stuff that happened in the morning. And then, of course, what everybody waits for is the award ceremony to find out where you placed in your class. All right, guys, that's a good introduction about getting into the world of physique sports or bodybuilding competitions. We're going to continue to do videos like this to learn what it takes to go from not competing to successful on stage. If you'd like to get in touch with me about contest preparation coaching, you can email me at training@gregmccoy.net. And of course, we're here at Hidden Gem. We've got a wide variety of members here, but we've got plenty of competitors here training together, and it's a fun place to be. We do classes and educational events on stuff exactly like this. So come check us out, Hidden Gem. You can find us on social media, or our website is hiddengem.net.